3 months. 3 months.
What are you talking about? 3 months? Losing my mind.
How's it hanging? It's Web Studios here.
I'm Reed.
And I'm Jax.
And today, we're going to be taking a look at one of our very own creations. Everybody knows Spider-Man's #1 arch nemesis is the Green Goblin. However, we've never really tapped into any villain, let alone the Green Goblin. So today, we're really going to be tackling that challenge.
When we went about designing this costume, we wanted to look for a couple of things. We wanted to make sure that it was popular, so we didn't want to recreate some kind of super secret, unknown goblin costume. We also wanted to go for something that was going to be feasible.
So that led us to really coming to the conclusion that the best way to do it was to kind of do a hybrid of a comic book suit, the original 2002 Raimi suit, and then the No Way Home suit. This way we kind of got the best of both worlds, as it looks practical and it looks more movie-ish, but it's also paying a lot more homage to the comics than the original suits were.
So really what that means is we're going to take the Raimi classic suit as a base and we're going to add on all of these purple elements to help give it more of a comic book feel. We're going to leave a link to everything that we got down in the description below.
But with all that out of the way, we can actually take a look at the specific pieces of this costume in way closer detail. Alright guys, here we have just the jumpsuit laid out. Now this jumpsuit, it ain't it. It was like 30 bucks on Amazon. It did come with a mask, but we don't talk about that. It was really cheap. We got it because we knew it would be hidden under a ton of purple stuff. If you guys do end up ordering this, order like 3 sizes larger than you need. Jackson and I were both probably medium to maybe large. And this is an extra large and it still fits tightly everywhere except for the hips. The hips don't lie.
So, as we said, we got this from Amazon, and it's printed on white fabric, so it's like a normal dye-subbed suit. There is one neck zipper that goes all the way down the back. It has a very low neckline. It comes with basically nothing. Very low quality, but it's what we needed to get the base of the green that we were going to cover up with all the purple later.
Due to the low neckline, it doesn't even look good when you're wearing a mask unless you purchase like an extra balaclava or something like that, or you have a hood to cover, both of which we have. But if you did just want like a bare, naked 2002 Goblin, this is not it. On to the next thing.
So this we also got on Amazon. We were looking for some kind of a tunic to kind of mimic what it looks like from the comics. We looked on Amazon and we found this. It's decent looking. It's got this black area on the front.
Of course, it's heavily battle damaged. That's not how it came. It actually came with sleeves too. I just went through and I made it a little bit more battle damaged to kind of mimic the aesthetic that we have going with this whole suit. We did get it pretty big because it obviously needed to go down to look almost like underwear, like the original Goblin comic suit. It works perfectly fine for what we're doing, considering we're covering it.
On to the next one.
So here we have the hoodie. This goes over the tunic. It creates a nice silhouette, almost giving it shoulder pads, oddly enough, but that works really well to bulk up the Goblin a little bit.
We actually got this from Goodwill. We went to a bunch of different thrift stores and we were looking for a purple hoodie, and we found one. We found this one. It's a good purple. It looks good, but the problem was that it had a logo, and so we had to find a way to cover that, and we actually ended up just cutting parts of it off and covering it up that way, and that's why it's so short and it doesn't go all the way down.
Obviously, there's battle damage throughout this entire thing. Now that does really well for having it blend into the tunic and kind of making it look like one coherent thing. Really, I kind of just went to town on this thing to make it look as beat up as possible. The hood does not fit over the Goblin mask at all. If that was a look that you guys were wanting to see, unfortunately, it just can't really be done. Beyond that, the hood does every single thing we need it to do. All right, on to the next thing. So these are the boots. The purple obviously doesn't quite match as well. These are women's boots, so they're a little small. It's not exactly easy finding this for men, but we did our best. These actually look a lot like the comic book Goblin boots. They're kind of wrinkly, almost like socks, but they have these cool buckles on them to make them just a little bit more tactical.
They are very dirty. They didn't come like that. They are dirty because we've been using them for filming our fan film, Spider-Man Blue. We did get these from Amazon.
They cost about, I think, $50, but I don't even know if these are for sale anymore. They were super difficult to find.
These are all of the little accessories that we got for this costume. Most of them are from Amazon.
First off, these are just some weird purple satin gloves. They were like $10. Honestly, these are pretty crappy. If you expect these to last longer than like a day, I would not recommend them. Thankfully, since we're filming a fight scene with the Goblin, them slowly getting more damaged actually worked to our benefit.
Right here, we have a balaclava. This is meant to cover up that neckline issue that we were talking about earlier with the spandex costume. That's what this is for. It's just meant to cover that all the way up.
So these goggles were once again from Amazon. They were like $10. They did originally have a piece of glass and a piece of plastic covering them. However, we removed the piece of glass. When you watch the fan film, you will see why we removed the piece of glass for these things. Honestly, for like $10, these were pretty great. Would absolutely recommend if you need some steampunk looking goggles.
This is the satchel that we have for the goblins pumpkin bombs. We found this at Salvation Army, which is another thrift store. You guys may know in the original comics, the Green Goblin satchel is actually pink, and in the Spider-Man Blue comic, it's pink. But here we have it in brown because we wanted to have that realism, and we wanted it to have a little bit more contrast between the purples and the greens of the rest of the costume.
So as far as this belt goes, this was just a Star Wars cosplay belt that we found on Amazon. I made so many modifications that I maybe don't even remember. So to be honest, this belt is mainly custom. I chose this one because it has an extra satchel to really bring home some more tactical appeal to this goblin costume.
Once again, we are going to leave a link for this and all of the things that we found on Amazon in the description below. So if you guys do want to look for them and you want to try to recreate this costume, just look in the description. Links will be there.
All right, on to the next thing. So here we have the helmet. This helmet is just Marvel Legends Green Goblin helmet. Super, super accessible. It's on sale a ton. We got it for about $125. Honestly, out of all the helmets that we reviewed on this channel, which is one, but there's more on the way, this is probably my favorite. It's not too oversized. Obviously, it's a little bit larger than the movie ones to accommodate. Anyway, besides that, it is a pretty great helmet, even just as a display piece. Honestly, this achieves a more accurate look than a lot of the fan-made helmets that you see on Etsy for 2 or 3 times the price.
Here we have the pumpkin bomb. It's also the Marvel Legends pumpkin bomb. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it pretty much anywhere. This is $40. The majority of it is plastic, and if you press this button here, basically, it's got little audio things that it plays. We do wish that there was a way to turn off some of the audio and just have it be visual. Overall, this does look pretty nice, and it helped out with some of the scenes that we have in Spider-Man Blue.
All right, with looking at all of the specific pieces in excruciating detail, let's see what this thing looks when we have it all put on.
Your last video was Superman, not even Spider-Man.
I was filming a fan film, man. You get it? Spider-Man Blue?
I care not about your little fan film. Where is my video?
Fan films take time, man. I can't do this.
Cinematics don't take that long. What is your fan film? 5 minutes?
It's like 30 minutes long. It's really long.
I've taken poops longer than 30 minutes. I don't want to wait 3 months for a mediocre fan film where you kill Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Dude, you can't give spoilers like that. I mean, that's a really big part of the—
Shut it! I don't care about spoilers.
It's not my fault, man. Jackson really wants to get this thing finished. I've been trying to tell him to post more videos. Come on, you gotta understand.
Jackson. He's the problem.
He's my best friend. I can't. What do you imply? What are you telling me to do?
Don't attack his mind or his body. You know what to do. First, we attack his heart.
Attack his heart? No, you can't mean.
Yes. Kill her. Kill his girlfriend. She's been taking time away from you two anyway.
Oh man, this is heavy. I can't do this, man. Okay. For the channel. For the videos. Okay. What should we do?
I noticed there's a bridge that she would look very nice falling off of.
Okay. Let's do this. Me and you, the two of us.
Alright. Put me on.
So as far as our final thoughts, giving the suit a rating is kind of hard. I mean, we did make it. It looks like the Goblin. Everybody knows it's the Goblin. I think everybody understands kind of what it's trying to be as a concept. So as far as that goes, it kind of achieves everything we wanted it to. And that's kind of how we rate suits. Does it achieve what we wanted it to? And this does kind of exactly what we wanted to.
With that being said, we would like to make a couple of improvements. The helmet that we used is just the Raimi helmet, and we would have liked to have something that was a little bit more comic book looking. Although the Raimi mask does look better than the comic ones tend to look, I still think that it would have been nice to have something a little more comic accurate for the mask.
We also would have preferred more armor underneath, because that really does make it seem more like a high-tech exosuit or whatever it's supposed to be, as opposed to just a costume or even skin. However, obviously we don't have really any budget, so we didn't do armor.
Another thing that we would have liked to improve upon is having the purples match better. Under some lighting circumstances, it does look fine, especially in the dark. It looks really nice because all the purples do match, but when it's in the light and you can see it, it does detract.
For some reason, purple is not a super popular color to wear. For men, especially, we were kind of just limited by our resources, really.
Overall, we are super proud of the product that we came up with, and we are really, really happy with how the Goblin suit turned out.
Guys, please make sure to watch the fan film when it comes out. We've put so much effort. We've pretty much killed the channel by not posting forever, so please check us out. We really appreciate it. The trailer's already up on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. Totally would recommend. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy it when it does come out.
Remember to like and subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on because you want to know when this fan film comes out. It's going to be great.
Make sure to check out our Instagram and our Patreon down below. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Alright, put me on.
Put you on? To kill her?
Yes, put me on.
But the two of us, we could do this together. Why do we have to be the same person?
We're not the same person. You need my power.
Okay. I guess since there's two of us. Okay.
Hey, Reed, who are you talking to?